I'm Nancy Fenn, and I want to explain the effect of Pluto in Capricorn as it affects each of the sun signs individually. Aries is going to be affected in their career and their relationship with authority figures and the way they look at the world. There's a radical revolutionary being given birth to in your subconscious mind, which will erupt in a couple of years. And in the meantime, you're completely re-examining the way that you look at the world and the structure of the powers that be. Beware of your temper. Tauruses are being constricted in their self-expression, which is fine. Taurus isn't interested in much more than the practical side of things. So Pluto is going to hit you pretty hard because it's going to bombard you with spiritual information, insight, symbolism, and even transcendental experiences, which you may need help interpreting. A few Tauruses come for readings, either psychic, tarot, or astrology, but I would recommend that you go for psychic readings sometime in the year ahead so that you can begin to interpret what's happening to you and learn the language of the subconscious mind. Your friends will be especially instrumental in promoting your growth during this time period. Geminis have Pluto moving into their 8th house, so they'll be more sexual than usual and more powerful. There's more power available, but also you're going to have to go deep, which is very uncomfortable. It's like throwing a cat in a swimming pool. Don't be afraid to go deep. Choose it so it doesn't come to you in a more painful and difficult way than necessary. Your career is likely to be quite disrupted, and you'll be forced to rely on spiritual elements to calm and soothe you through this time period, because you're also probably going to be having a pretty rough time at home. It's not a great time for the mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Cancers having difficulties with brothers and sisters, with neighbors perhaps, and with communication, and that's too bad because this is a time when the communication with your partner is more important than ever. You're likely to have a complete disrupt in your marriage or your close partnerships. They may come to an end, or you may see the dark side of your partner or a side that you've not seen before. You're bombarded with spiritual information which can help you transcend. Leos are having a financial crunch at the same time that Pluto is entering the 6th house of health, daily routine. Be very aware of your health. If any health problems come up, get to them early, take them seriously, and get on top of them. You probably will have some of the most beautiful relationships you've had in your life, and a tremendous amount of charisma and personal power. So use your willpower to correct your health if necessary. Virgo's very impacted here because Saturn's in your sign right now, putting pressure on you, more pressure than you felt in the last 30 years probably. Pluto's going into your 5th house, which affects your love life and your self-expression. Some of you and your children, some of you may have the love affair that changes you forever, the love affair of all time, which is not comfortable for Virgo. It's way out of your comfort zone. And some of you may have experiences with your own children which completely transform you. Your health and work life is likely to be going very well, and many of you will be getting divorced. Big shake-up for Virgos. Librans are having their subconscious minds overworked. Slowly but surely you're leaving behind all the patterns that have been in your way between getting what you want so that you can make a new start in a couple of years. Pluto will be entering your 4th house, which is your home, your heritage, your very foundation, and your relationship with your father and how it affects all of those things. Likely to be deep and profound experiences of the soul at this time. While at the same time, the body-mind connection is important for Libras because your body is undergoing physiological changes of an esoteric nature so that you may become more highly sensitized, but it can also make you nervous at the start. And and a love affair might be a beautiful outlet for your energy. Scorpios have their power short-circuited at the moment, and Pluto making transformations in the 3rd house, which completely changes the way you think about everything. It can be depressing to have Pluto go through the 3rd house, very full of disturbing thoughts and memories and things that challenge you to question everything. Question everything is a good way to put it. At the same time, you may have disruptions with your children, and also some good, exciting, creative projects to take your mind off your generally nervous condition. Sagittarians have a tough time. Saturn's affecting your career area, your relationship with authority figures. You don't like to be tied down, and you might be real tied down, like you got your foot caught in a trap. Pluto is moving into your 2nd house, which completely transforms your money situation. Some of you may go bankrupt. Some of you may inherit bundles of money. Look for changes, whichever way you need to grow. At the same time, you have disruptions in your home, so check your plumbing, electricity, fire hazards, stuff like that now. Save yourself some trouble later on. Capricorns have Saturn in the 9th house, which is a time when people question the meaning of their life and the things and they often change the context of their life because they find that what was meaningful to them is meaningful no more. The classic example is that you get the things that you've always wanted and you find out they don't mean anything to you anymore. Ouch, that hurts. At the same time, you have Pluto in your 1st house, which is huge. By the end of the decade or so, you will be a completely different person. Believe me, having Pluto transit your 1st house is awesome. Come for a reading and get some insight and some structure into the changes that are taking place. The mistake would be to think that you're ever going back to the way things were. No, you're not. They'll never be the same. At the same time, you may be having disruptions with brothers and sisters. Your whole communication system is distorted, and you're out of touch with your financial situation. So this is a very stressful, kind of dangerous time for Capricorns. It would be a good time for you, for once, to rely on someone else, someone whose reality and groundedness you respect, to stay in touch with them and keep checking in with for their opinion on where you're going and what you're doing. Aquarians have Pluto going into the 12th house, which is a subconscious experience. It's actually easier. Pluto is pretty comfortable in the 12th house. Your challenges will be trying to hold on to your money and coming to terms with a loss or transformation of personal power. You don't like to be without your will, and your will is being squeezed out of the picture right now. So you're being forced to rely on other means of navigating through the world besides your powerful will. And Pisces, dear sweet Pisces, oh my God, you're all crazy. You're all crazy anyway. We love you, but you're crazy. And you're crazier than ever right now. You've got Uranus in your sign. You've got Saturn opposite. You're having trouble in your marriage. Your basic discussion within yourself is, am I going to change everything, or am I going to hold on to everything and maintain it and keep it the way it is? Pluto is going into your 11th house, so you'll have some willpower available, which is unusual, and you may not be used to it. So set some daring goals, take some risks. You can get them right now. This is Nancy Fenn. I enjoyed talking to you today, and I would like to be your astrologer.